This one says, I'm Mexican American. I hate being called Latino or Hispanic. We're not the same at all of Guatemalan or Puerto Rico, etc. Why? Why aren't you the same? The only difference is a little bit of the culture. Listen, when Spain came to the New World, which then became New Spain, the Americas, that included the Caribbean islands, that included Mexico, Central America, South America, everything except Brazil. That was Portuguese. And the reason for that is because Portugal and Spain were having a debate of whose land belonged to who. So they drew a line between the hemispheres. Anything east of that line belonged to Portugal. Anything west of that line belonged to Spain. So the only thing jutting out from that line is Brazil. So that belonged to Portugal. But the Portuguese came from the Spanish. So how are you not the same? The only difference is a little bit of the culture. And that would be because of the differences in indigenous tribes that were in the Americas. Whoever was the indigenous people when the Spaniards came, they mixed with Spanish. Everything mixed with Spanish. That's where the underline is. The underline isn't the indigenous. The underline is the Spanish. Why do you think all the names of all our towns are still Spanish? Why do you think you speak Spanish? The music you listen to is Spanish. Spanish, Spain, Hispanic, Hispania. See, I don't know how else to explain this, but to say Mexicans, Guatemalans, Puerto Rico, Colombians, Cubans, yes, I could understand why you're saying you're not the same, because the language you speak Spanish is different. The cultures are different, but at the same time, they're the same. You got the same sangre. You got the same blood. You got that Hispanic blood and indigenous blood of the Americas. Like I said, no matter what part of America. But if you're Mexican American, you are Hispanic and you are Latino, because Mexico is part of Latin America. Latino is just short for Latino Americano, which is Latin America in English. So you are Latino. And since you have Spanish in your blood, then you are Hispanic as well. But to sum it all up, you're mestizo, and all of us would be mestizo. Or by these days, with all the watered down blood and all the other mixtures of everything else that came into the Americas, we're coyotes, bro. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you learned something new. This is Tragedy. I'm out. Subscribe to my channel to learn more.